Good afternoon, YouTubers. Tsquare with T. Not cut. Good afternoon, YouTubers. Tsquare here with Tsquare Talk. I don't know what just happened there. I had a brain shortage there for a quick second. I don't know if anybody saw that. You'll have to leave me a comment saying, "Hey, I saw that mess up." Sometimes nobody tunes in for like the first 30 seconds anyway. So I hope everybody's having a great day. Today we're just going to talk a little bit about the price of gold, what's going on with gold, silver, and my moment of despair. So we actually, been seeing the price come down. I was actually talking to someone last night about this, and it's been crazy lately. A lot of people starting to lose hope. Are we going to see gold and silver continue to pick up? Who knows? What I do know is gas, where I'm at, just jumped 8% in one day. So last night I filled up. Last night at $2.58, only to drive by the same gas station today and see it at $2.89. So we had a 21-cent jump in literally a 24-hour time. And right off the bat, I had not looked at the price of gold and silver yet today when I had seen that. So instantly I pulled over and I had to check the price of gold and silver. And I was really surprised to not see an increase in gold and silver really today at all, which kind of fed my worrisome why are we not seeing gold and silver go up. Part of me has a belief that right now, with kind of gold and silver, in my personal opinion, not financial advice, being like the only safe haven to put your money. I mean, you're not getting interest at the banks. They're questioning too much now. I mean, I went a while back, I bought a box of pennies. They wanted to know why I was buying a box of pennies, what I was doing. And I'm like, it's a box of pennies, it's $50. Today, I cashed a check. It was a $300 check that someone wrote out to my son for his birthday. And I ended up saying, here, I'll give you the $300 and I'll deposit it in my account. I went to deposit it in my account and they gave me a hard time about that. I was like, what the heck is up with everything? Nothing seems to make sense anymore. No investments really seem to be on the right track. It seems like we're seeing the stock market finally starting to kind of correct a little bit. Some people are saying correct, but it's not a big enough percentage yet to really be a correction. We have seen a rough week. Every day it's been coming down this week. However, I don't really think this is it. I don't think this is going to be the big drop. What I'm more worried about is what's going on in Afghanistan. I worry a little bit about China moving in. So one of the things that I had read today is I didn't realize how much metals and rare earth metals, I guess they call it, not just gold, silver, platinum, that type of stuff, but how many other metals come out of Afghanistan. I was kind of shocked to have read that. And now you have China willing to give aid to Afghanistan to help them out, kind of strike a deal with them. We've seen this happen before with Venezuela. When things weren't going good with Venezuela, what happened? China stepped in and helped Venezuela out, and then shortly after, you had gold leaving the country. Some of it was going over to Russia, some to China. It's kind of interesting to see, and I said early on, I don't know if I said it on here or if I said it on Facebook or Instagram, that I really think China or Russia are going to seize this opportunity of kind of our mistake. And we already seen China come out and tell Taiwan, you see how the U.S. botched up what's going on. Don't trust them. I mean, China literally came out and told Thailand that. So I'm kind of wondering how all this is going to play out. I kind of worry. And, normally when people start to worry in masses, everybody wants to go to gold and silver. We haven't seen that big jump yet. I know some people are saying demand is still super high. on silver, on gold. I know demand's up, but where I'm at, I'm seeing a lot of the precious metals start slowly dropping. The premiums are coming down. Coin shops are their sales are slowing. I watched a video the other day of another YouTuber who's making calls to different places in the U.S., and he called 3 stores in Texas, and they were buying really inexpensively. One store actually was $1.50 behind spot, which kind of really shocked me. I would never sell under spot anything, but I was kind of interested how that played out. Let's see. We don't have many people on tonight. I know some people with my brief 7 days offline, plus before I had some time off because I was heading up to Tennessee. I'm not seeing many people on yet, but we are going to jump in anyway. Right off the bat, I'm kind of checking the comments right now. We got Chris in the room. How's it going, Chris? We got Adam Stacks in the room. We got some other people in the room already, just not commenting yet. Let's see. Of course, another big country is going to take Afghanistan. Who wouldn't want to own a country in the Middle East? Oil, metal. You have a lot in the Middle East. The Taliban is a mouse compared to Russia and China. Yes, I'll say the Taliban are pretty much a pawn. They're a pawn. There's been a lot of stories in history of basically small players getting help from big countries just to undermine, but secretly. And I kind of foreseen some of that happening. I really didn't think this would get botched up as much as it did. But who knows? Kind of looking at the comments as we go right now. It really does worry me, the situation. I was looking at some pictures and images of all the military equipment that they have now. I was like, oh my word, that just blew my mind. But I mean, we're talking billions of dollars in U.S. military equipment that now belongs to the Taliban. So who knows how this is going to play out. Like I said, I foresee China really going in there, and they already have access to tons and tons, one of the largest percentages of rare earth metals. So I expect they're going to continue to grow on that. With that being said, let's kind of jump in right now. We don't have many people on yet, but we're going to jump in anyway and get started, look at some of the numbers, see what gold did today, what silver did today, how the stock market's looking. I know Bitcoin has started to make another big climb. I think it was up to almost just under 50,000. We're at like 48, almost 48,000. So I wouldn't be surprised to see it continue to climb. In the short run, who really knows what's going to happen on that for sure. But like I said, for my mind, what really blew my mind today was the gas prices, the big jump that we saw in gas prices. The Taliban has military equipment. I seen the photos as well and thought it was Afghan military, but well, it is a lot of it was Afghan military forces that just pretty much surrendered right off the bat. So once they surrendered, a lot of that stuff instantly got turned over to the Taliban. Some of the planes, I don't know, I had read some stories about some of the fighter jets. Literally, the pilots got in the fighter jet and took off to other border countries, which was kind of interesting because obviously they took their jets with them. But, okay, so with that being said, let's jump over and kind of get started on the show tonight. And I will catch up on the comments when we come back. I appreciate you guys popping in early. Like I said, I got some more people that just haven't commented yet. I can see the viewers. I just can't see who they are until they make a comment. So with that being said, let's jump over and see. Before we get started, I always like to take a quick minute, thank the 6,300 subscribers to the channel. Thank you guys so much. Please make sure you check out all of our great videos, whether it's investing in gold and silver, whether it's prepping, whether it's farm innovators products, and homesteading, to cooking, to coin roll hunting. Although coin roll hunting, I've had a lot of people ask me, hey, am I going to do any more coin roll hunting? I really think coin roll hunting is kind of going away right now, and I say that because, one, we have the big coin shortage. Two, it seems like a lot of the coins are being stripped and replaced with newer stuff. I've been following some other half-dollar hunting coin channels, and literally they're not finding anything right now. Whereas literally some of these videos in my playlist, like this video right here, wow, all that free silver, best box. This literally every roll had silver in it. You can kind of see right there where I'm opening it. There's one right there. Literally all these silver coins right there in the thumbnail was all stuff we found. Same with looking at the second video into coin roll hunting. All that silver is stuff that we found. Now, granted, a lot of that's 40%ers. Some of it's 90%ers. It's a good mix. But something to consider. If you are in an area where not a lot of people are coin roll hunting, it may be worth going to the bank, asking for a $500 box of $half. Worst case scenario, you're just going to end up taking them back to the bank or taking them to another bank or spending them. One easy way, someone asked me what the easiest way I do with, when I buy one box, I don't have a lot to get rid of. I would literally leave some in my car. I go to Walmart. Let's say I go to Walmart and I spend $40. I just drop 4 rolls of those $half right in the machine. It does count them. So there's a lot of good ways to get rid of them. But like I said, I'd like to thank the 6,300 subscribers to the channel. Thank you guys so much. Moving over right off the bat, we're going to start off with silver, because silver is a kind of touchy subject. I mean, it is up in a way. It's up from like a year ago. However, well, actually today it's showing that it's down $3 from a year ago. That must be because 1 year ago we had that big jump, and then it started coming back down again. But looking at silver as a long haul investment, my opinion, it's been a good safe haven. Yes, it does fluctuate heavily. I was talking to someone a while back how when gold moves, it doesn't really lose huge amounts of money. It doesn't gain huge amounts of money. Silver can move up quick. It can fall down quick. However, in the long run, people are always wanting gold. They're always wanting silver for jewelry, that type of stuff. There's a lot of uses for silver, and a lot of it does not get reclaimed. So if they use it in cell phones and stuff, it doesn't get reclaimed. So it's something to consider. Right now, looking at silver is at $23.30. Down for 30 days. Down $1.68 in 30 days. Down $4 in 6 months. Down $3 in 1 year. In 5 years, it's up 4%. Now, here's the thing that I always say. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. We have to say that here on YouTube, just to be clear and open. However, looking at precious metals over the long haul, where can you put your money right now? That's pretty much safe, not going anywhere. You're not getting interest at your bank accounts right now. That's one thing that pretty much I'm really against right now, is the savings. I mean, in the old days we used to get interest. Now we're just not hitting it. Stock market, it's been going up so much that it kind of worries me. We're going to talk about the stock market when we get over there. But I really like silver, because I believe that if something does happen, and there's a lot of, I'm going to say, out cards, and by an out card, I mean basically a lot of things that can happen that can really drive the price of silver and gold up, that they won't really talk to you on mainstream about, because they want you to invest in the stock market. They want to keep pumping it up. A lot of people are invested in the stock market. A lot of people will say, well, diversify, but when they say diversify, they're saying, oh, well, just put 5% in precious metals. You guys know I hold a little bit of cryptos. I had a little bit of stock. I've sold off all my stock. I don't really trust the stock market right now with what's going on. However, when it comes to precious metals, I think there's a lot of opportunity in there. So we could end up seeing a big jump. And to some people that say, I hear this a lot, you'll see it start making a trend. You'll start seeing it move. But the thing is, when it really starts moving, it happens fast. There's not a lot of time to get it. Premiums are already through the roof right now on a lot of your silver products. So, it's something to consider. Now, I don't make anything by telling people this. It looks good if I call it right. I made mistakes and called stuff wrong. You guys remember I did put into Peacock. Some people have told me I still think you're shooting Peacock down a little too early. It may not be over for Peacock coin. And that's a possibility. Bitcoin's not back up where it was yet. But I just kind of look at Peacock as it's kind of been going really slow. So we're not really seeing it do much. But a lot of the crypto markets have been slow. Now, have we seen great returns on Peacock in the last couple of days? Yes, we saw there was like a 25% gain today, a 19% gain yesterday. But, in the crypto markets, I hate to say this, 20% is nothing. And when we got in, Peacock was at a high, Bitcoin was at a high, and we've got room to grow. So I'm still hoping there. I do still have hope. I'm just a little discouraged in it right now. If I have the opportunity to, I'll probably pull out all my Peacock once I have the opportunity to get all my cash back. Next thing we're going to jump in and talk about is what's going on with gold prices. Now, like I said, gold is kind of that stable coin. You might compare it to a stable coin. And when I say stable coin, I don't mean crypto. It's a stable money. It doesn't go up huge percentages. It doesn't drop huge percentages. We've seen a slow and steady rise, but lately we've been seeing that slow and steady drop. However, my thoughts on that is I think we're about as low as we can go. I can't picture it going any lower than, the $1,700 range, which is what we're in right now. Granted, we're on the upper end of that. We're at the 1781 mark. Looking at the percentages for gold right now, gold in the last 30 days, it's down 1.5%, which is not really a lot, down $28 per ounce or per coin. You've got your gold for 6-month time frame down not even 0.25%. It's actually 0.18%. So it's basically only down $3 in 6 months, which is pretty good about being a good safe haven of, keeping up with what's going on. Now, over the last year, we did see a drop of $146 or a 7% drop. But looking at a larger scale, gold for 5 years, you've got it up $440 per coin. I've literally picked up some coins when it was $999. That was a while back, probably about 9 years ago. However, you can see the big gains on something like that, holding it for a long period of time. Now, it's not something I plan on selling. Could I sell it? Yeah, if some major event happened and I needed the cash, then I could see selling it. But in the short run, I don't foresee that. Knock on wood, just so I can kind of cover myself. And if you've been in since 2000, you've had huge gains, 520% gains, which is essentially $1,500 gains on your money if you've been in for the long haul. That's why I always say my personal opinion, not financial advice, is that gold is a good thing to be in. Now, one thing that does worry me is the gold to silver ratio slowly starting to climb back up as silver falls. However, we could see that drop really quick again. So time will tell how that's going to play out. Moving on to cryptos today, Bitcoin being the big crypto up another 6%. Sitting at $47,500. A lot of people still watching Doge. Doge up 6% today. It's at 33 cents right now. As Bitcoin climbs, it's going to pull a lot of these other cryptos up with it if it keeps going. Now, Bitcoin's one of them coins that it's the number one crypto. Everybody knows. Everybody knows what Bitcoin is. They may not fully understand Bitcoin, but there's a lot of different viewpoints on Bitcoin being a digital gold or the best safe haven out there. The thing is that I always look at is when you've got a Bitcoin, you have something that's not tangible. I know some people will say, no, it's proof of work. It is to a point, but the proof of work is not something that you can use. You can't tangibly take it back out. You know, you make a battery, you charge the battery, you get to use the battery. You grow food, you get to later save the food and eat the food. With Bitcoin, once you've spent that energy, there's no real way to get that energy back out of it. It's been used, it's been burned. Obviously, though, there is a huge amount of speculation of Bitcoin being the next financial money, the money of everybody. I know some people say Dogecoin's the money of the people, but some people will say Bitcoin is going to be the actual infrastructure that backs everything. I don't personally believe that because there's too many things that could happen that could tank Bitcoin. Right now, you know, you have huge financial companies that are putting their huge profits into Bitcoin, which is driving that price up even higher. We're going to see. Time will tell how that will play out. I know right now, I'm looking at Binance right now. It's up 10% today. However, Binance Coin has some big troubles behind it. There's a lot of, there was a potentially lawsuit that they're having a little trouble with, they said in an article, because they can't really figure the home location. Because, you know, everybody understands when you've got cryptos, there's not necessarily a actual location for this. This is just something on the internet that what drives it is speculation. People want to buy it. They think it's going to keep going up. I've bought some Dogecoin through Robinhood. I expect it will keep going up, so I hold it. Now, I've sold it, I've bought it, I've sold it, I've bought it multiple times. And even right now, I think with Bitcoin making a big run, I think Dogecoin could have some gains behind it. Am I looking to become a millionaire off of Dogecoin? Probably not. It's not going to happen. But do I think it has potential to grow? Absolutely. We've already seen 71 or 72 cents on Dogecoin. So in my mind, if Bitcoin hits its 70,000 again, it's probably going to carry Dogecoin back up to its 70, 71, 72 cents again, which looking at it from right here at 32 cents would put you at an easy double. So I'm kind of hoping that plays out like that. It is a gamble. Any investment, though, keep in mind, is a gamble. And what I mean by that is there's nothing guaranteed to keep going up in value. Nothing. Some people say we're going to go through deflation. Some people say we got inflation coming. I'm seeing inflation. I'm seeing prices at the grocery store going up. I'm seeing prices on the gas pump go up. However, I will say today I went to the grocery store and they had tomahawk ribeyes on sale at $8.99 a pound, which was super cheap for a tomahawk ribeye. I love ribeyes, and there's something about a tomahawk that just, you grill up that tomahawk and it is delicious. I know a couple people have said, you need to do a live stream next time you do a barbecue. I've considered doing that. I just don't know how that would play out. Just sitting there talking while I'm cooking. I'd have to think about that a little bit more, how I could get that to really work out. So back on crypto topic, I think we pretty much covered the cryptos, what's going on. We're going to see, time will tell how this is going to keep playing out. A lot of people are worried right now of inflation. A lot of people are wondering, where do we put our money? Obviously, a lot of money is going to flow in the crypto market. And that could be a good thing, because it does take a lot of the money out of the economy. If people are buying cryptos, then they're not pushing up prices on food. They're not pushing up prices on gas. They're not pushing up prices on our everyday items. However, eventually, if the stock market takes a dive, cryptos take a dive, any new money that comes out, where is that money naturally going to go? People are going to want to spend it on tangible assets, and that's going to drive stuff through the roof. And we're already seeing the inflation now. Can you imagine what would happen if that happens? And for those people that have told me I'm not seeing inflation, a lot of inflation is being hidden from us by taking a roll of paper towels and going from 160 sheets to 140, or a bottle of ketchup that used to be 18 ounces and now it's 14 ounces. So that, I call that hidden inflation. They're keeping the price the same, but what people are starting now to realize is, man, what's going on? I'm feeling like I need more groceries every week. And people will start to see it more as time goes on. It just takes a little time for people to really catch on to what's going on, because a lot of people have their eyes closed right now. Everybody's worried about the new variant out there. A lot of people are arguing. You know, if you really think about what's been going on in the economy over the last, we'll even say multiple years, even before the virus came out, what were we fighting about? What were we arguing about? We were having arguments about race, gender inequalities, race inequalities. Now, the people that have the VAX and the people that don't, people that are wearing a mask, people that aren't, you have a lot of this hate and divide. You had the Republicans against the Democrats. You had, you know, and I always say, you know, when stuff like that happens, people aren't really looking at the big picture. They're so focused on certain things that they're missing what else is going on. Kind of like a magic trick. You know, the magic trick, the illusion is right there in plain sight. But usually there's a big distraction that takes place. So it focuses your attention over here while something else is going on over there. So it's something to be mindful. And right now I think the big distraction is everything going on in Afghanistan. And we're not really looking at what's going on right here in our own country. And some people say, you know, you can look, we've got Biden making statements, you know, well, we need to worry more about what's going on. Everybody's pointing the finger at something else. So something to really consider. But moving on real quick, we're going to take a quick look at the Dow Jones today, what happened in the Dow Jones. Dow Jones did drop today, 66.5 points. In my opinion, still not a horrible drop, but this is 4 drops in a row. So we've been seeing it slowly go down. You know, when you look at a 5-day chart, you're seeing it slowly tick down. Not big enough for people to really worry about, especially when you start zooming out and you really see, like, this is a 1-month chart. It's a drop. It's not the end of the world. I know on mainstream news, they're really talking about it, saying, oh, my word, this is it. We've been saying the stock market was going to fall. Here it is. I'm not still super worried, but I do think the stock market has been overly valued. All this extra money works its way into the stock market. A lot of it does. And companies are buying back their shares with their profits, paying less in dividends. If they do good and they had like a 10-cent dividend payout per share, and let's say they have the capability of paying 15, they might still just pay the 10 and then buy back the extra shares, which makes everybody's shares worth more. However, it puts more of the company back in the hands of the company and not in the hands of the people. So, you know, it's something to think about when you've got price slowly climbing. It is a big bubble, and it just keeps absorbing more and more money. And at a certain point, when you have the owners of the companies and the companies owning a huge stakes in their share, what tends to seem to happen sometimes is the company themselves or the CEOs of these companies will dump huge amounts of their share, drive the price down, and then all of a sudden buy it all back up again. I mean, It happens all the time. Something else to think about. Moving on to the NASDAQ. NASDAQ not really doing that bad today, down 15.5 points, closing the day at 14,541. So not much more to talk about there. A lot of articles. We talked about this yesterday. I got a kick out of this one photo right here in the first story. A timeline of Afghanistan's 4 decades of instability. However, they got their Germix sitting right there on the counter. I was like, oh, wow, this is the same Germix I use, the Purex. So it was just kind of comical on that note. But what I found interesting, when you look at these photos, look at all this military equipment. This was all ours at one time. We gave this to Afghanistan to help protect them. And here now, it's all been pretty much just given over to the Taliban. We're talking billions of dollars. And now, I hate to say it, with China already wanting to move in there, making deals with the Taliban, it's looking like the Taliban are going to pretty much not only take over the country, they've already taken it over, but they're probably going to maintain it. They're probably going to have to give a little bit. And what I mean by give a little bit is some of the rights of the people. That's probably not going to fly. I don't know if you guys saw what happened on their rally they had the other day. They kind of put that rally down real quick in an inappropriate way. There's a lot of stuff going on over there, and I don't think people realize the full extent of it, because everybody is trying to put a blame on whose fault it is. I hear it all the time. I put something on my Facebook page. It was actually the Trump bat signal that we put on our Discord. I put that on my personal Facebook page. And, one person left me kind of a negative comment, saying, well, it was this and it was that. And then after talking, we kind of came to a conclusion that, yeah, there's bigger problems. There are bigger problems. I think the biggest problem is the dollar losing its value. And soon, I believe, we could see the dollar lose its world reserve currency status. I don't know, when that's going to happen, but it could very well happen. And if it happens, one thing that really scares me the most is I didn't realize until last week that the U.S. doesn't even produce enough food to be totally self-sufficient. We get a lot of our food from other countries. Yes, there are items that we produce tons of. However, not on every category. We don't produce enough food to feed America. So it's kind of worries me that if the dollar did lose that status, a lot of countries wouldn't really want to be sending us food to help us out after that. And we don't really produce much here as much nowadays like we used to during the Depression, during the after World War I, the start up of World War II. We were making cars left and right. We were producing stuff. What are we really producing now? We've slowed down and outsourced a lot of our stuff. And in my opinion, wars are won by countries that can produce the most. And we're not that country anymore. Could that change? Yes. Does America have a heart, I guess you could say, a drive? In the old days we used to say, yeah, it did. But does it today? People don't want to work for $10 an hour. They want 15, 20. We need to up the minimum wage to $20 an hour. All this different stuff. I hate to say it. I sometimes worry if we've kind of given up our upper hand and now we're just waiting for the other shoe to fall. And when it does, if anything ever happens to the dollar and our ability to print money like we do, think of what that's going to do to people's everyday lifestyle when you go to work and it doesn't buy you anything. I really am not a big fan of taking scripture out of the Bible, because I know some people in today's world are not really religious, but there is a scripture in the Bible where it says a day's work for a day's food. The only way that can happen is with, some big inflation, especially here in the U.S. And I really believe the inflation is coming. Whether or not you believe the Bible is God's word or a story or a mix of stories from a bunch of educated people, it's something to consider that they foreseen that inflation and put it in scripture. And that could be based off stuff they've seen in the days of the old. I mean, if you think about how Rome played out, as Rome started inflating their money away by slowly stripping the gold away from the money, we're getting on that same track here in the U.S. We're already off the gold standard. Gold does not back our money anymore. I know most of the people that are watching the channel and have been subscribers for a while. They understand that. But right now, our money is just paper. It's no more than paper. I mean, a sheet of paper. That's it. So, something to think about. Let's jump over, take a look at what is going on in the comments, and kind of read up on that, see who's in the room. We got a lot of people jumping in the room. What is up, Aiden? Hope you're having a great night. We got Michael C in the room. Hope you're having a great night. We got Jimmy in the room. How's it going, Jimmy? Adam Stacks in the room. John, how's it going tonight, John? Hope you're having a great night. We got Bulltide in the house. What's up, Bulltide? Hope you're having a great night. Let's comb through some of these comments and see. Please take a quick minute, hit that thumbs up button, help me out. Every time someone hits that thumbs up button, it really does help the channel. It helps our algorithm out. So we'll see how it plays out tonight. I like getting those thumbs up. It really makes me feel good when I look at them. Let's see. Taliban has the U.S. military equipment. I seen the photos as well and thought it was the military, but nope. Yeah, it's no longer the military now. The military pretty much surrendered without a fight. There was nothing. It just over. Let's see here. They didn't surrender. They were told to surrender by higher levels that made deals. And yeah, that I can't confirm that happened. But it would make sense that greed. It only takes one guy to basically tell all of his subordinates, this is what we're doing, and then he gets a free pass, or he gets to keep his position even after the takeover, or the coup, or whatever you want to call it. Let's see, scrolling through. Aiden didn't have to go to the court after all. Nice, that's cool. It got voided out instead. T is going to be surprised when he sees me in here. Yeah, we haven't seen you in a while, buddy. It is good to see you. Let's see, scrolling through. Silver Wolverine, what's up, buddy? Hope you're having a great night. I did reply to your message last night when I was laying in bed. I was looking through all my messages, and I did see yours and replied back to it. I really wished I was somewhere near you, and I could just meet up with you and buy your coin, your 40 percenters. I know right now when I just said 40 percenters, I know Michael C's in the room just cringing at the sound of 40 percenters. Michael C can't stand 40% silver. I love 40% silver. It's probably my favorite silver, to be honest. Because it's only 40%. It's small. It's lightweight. It's easy to trade. I like it. It doesn't have huge value in compared to Eagles. It has low premiums. But that's all just my opinion. I know a lot of silver stackers prefer 999. So it is something, to consider, the different levels, different types. Finally catching a live stream. Been very busy. John, that's good to hear that you're in here. It's always great when you stop by and say hello. We always wonder how some people have been, especially the people that we haven't seen in a while. I'll be honest, I wonder a lot. We had some subscribers down in Mexico. We've had subscribers around the world. So whenever I don't see them for a while, I do start to wonder, I hope they're doing all right. It's great when they check in on Discord even, because it's not about the view for me. It's more about the family. You guys are all pretty much like family to me. That's why I know some of y'all neighborhood, like state, city where you live, that type of stuff. T dab for old time's sake. Bam. A little joke. Let's see. Working fine from what I see. My chat probably won't work tonight. I live on the side of a mountain. Oh no, that's kind of cool though. I would love to live out more out in the country. I'm just getting tired of the way society is now. I'm getting tired of the way things are. I kind of sometimes want to go back to the simple way, the way we used to live in the old days. Was it more work? You know, that's what somebody was telling me. They're like, you don't want to work? I said, I won't say I don't want to work. I love working. I really do enjoy working. I just don't like the way things are right now. Let's see. Steven putting in that work. Yeah, Steven's a senior now, so he is growing quick. Aiden, how's your mom doing? Chris asked. Yeah, that's a good question. How is your mom doing? Hopefully everything's going good with your mom. Bulltide, hope you're having a great night, buddy. I started following your channel. You haven't posted in a little while, and then I saw your video on your clay shoot the other night. So that's a pretty cool video. Let's see. She had to quit her. She had to quit for a new job that doesn't involve physical activity, but at least she is working now. She is also in physical therapy. Nice. Cooking with T and B. Let's see. Sounds like a cool live stream. Tsquare Talk, $9 for all that bone. So that brings us back to the $8.99 tomahawk. The whole steak was 2.5 pounds, is what the steak and the bone weighed. It came up to $22. You are paying for the bone. I'm not gonna lie. However, the cheapest, a ribeye, boneless ribeye, you were talking roughly $8.59 for. So you're only talking an extra 50 cents a pound. Now, yes, you are paying for the bone that same price. So if the bone, once I debone it, or at the end I weigh the bone, I may have to do that in a video. I'm kind of curious now. If after I eat the steak, if I weigh the bone, how much weight does that bone weigh on that tomahawk steak? And essentially, I just paid $8.99 a pound for all that bone. So you're dead on right on that. Actually, I'm gonna have to find out what that bone weighed. $9. I don't think the bone would have been 1 pound. But the bone was pretty big. I mean, the bone, I'm not going to lie, it was like that long. So it was at least 15-inch bone on that steak. It looked incredible. I wanted to grill it and do a video of how to grill a ribeye. And I might still do it because I love ribeyes and I love tomahawks. But the difference between a tomahawk and a ribeye is just you're getting more bone. But it is a really good steak. So scrolling down, anyone read me? I read you, John. We read you, buddy. Let's see here. I can see your messages, John. Yeah, everybody can see you coming in, John. T just got to the comments. I did just get to the comments. Just get to the comments. I can't see what people write while I'm flipping screens. Also going to be slow fall, I think. Negative 50, negative 500 points. 3 days of the week. And only 2 green days that don't make up for me the losses. Don't make up for the losses. Now, I'm really curious to see how the fourth quarter is going to play out. I'm wondering how Christmas is going to do. If the economy seems like it continues to slow, I wonder if people will... Adam Stacks, you can't say that. Didn't you vote for him? um, Not in a bad way. I'm not saying it in a bad way, Adam. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm thinking the fourth quarter is going to be really rough. I don't think we're going to have the Christmas numbers that good this year, but we'll see. Who knows? I think a lot of people now are just struggling to get by. Did he not know all those weapons there? I was listening to an article that basically talked about they were comparing the Trump plan of action to withdraw out of there. Because, I'll be honest, I wanted to know, when you left the comment the other night and said early on that you thought a lot of this was Trump's plan before he got out, he did have a plan to exit, but it wasn't in the order that this happened. His actual first priority order was to take out all of our equipment, get our equipment out of there first, and the troops were actually going to be the last thing to take out. Whereas we kind of took out our troops first, which meant there's no order, and there's no way to really get our stuff back. So that was the big difference. So in a way, that was a partially, when you had heard that was kind of partially true. There was a plan for him to exit, but that was not the order. Someone quoted that he basically did the whole plan backwards, in reverse. But what's done is done. I'm more wondering how they're going to handle it from here. I did watch a interview with Biden either last night or early this morning, where he kind of flipped his answers a couple times. So his first answer was, nobody told me that this could happen like this. Then he said we were 50-50 split. Then he said, nobody told me that I recall. So that I recall in there kind of could be the correct answer. However, I think they knew. I think they foreseen what was going on. I really think he's getting old. He's forgetting stuff. I think somebody told him. He might have heard it. It might have went in one ear and out the other. Who knows? It's kind of funny now because a lot of mainstream media is now attacking him. I'm even seeing CNN take jabs at him now. So I really think his days are numbered. I wonder if he'll make it through the midterms and how that's all going to play out. Time will tell on that too. Let's see. Scrolling through. Someone said, Adam Stacks, wait, you are more anti-Biden now? So I wasn't the only one that picked up on that. He's a lot of people are jumping ship on him now. He's losing a lot of, I'm not going to lie, he had a fan base and a percentage of people that voted for him, that liked him. I think a lot of those people were people that just didn't like Trump. They didn't like how he would say mean things. But he's losing a lot of his support right now, especially with this. And I think he knows it. So my honest thoughts are, we've got a big stimulus coming. And I say that as a joke, but I mean it. I really think he is going to try to soften America by giving them another stimulus. So I foresee a fourth stimulus coming out within the next couple months to really take our mind off of Afghanistan and back on, but he gave us that big stimulus. And you think about it, do you think the Federal Reserve is going to be behind it? Of course the Federal Reserve is going to be behind it. They want to see us print more money, and that's it. They want to see us just run up more money. So, let's see, scrolling through. There was a woman. a woman taken out for not wearing a scarf around her head. My dad is a Muslim. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a lot of different types. Just like there's a lot of different types of Christians, there's going to be different types of Muslims. Just because someone's Muslim does not make them a bad person. I 100% agree with that. It's sad. It's sad what's going on. I believe people should have the rights of free choice. If you want to be Muslim, you should be Muslim. If you want to be Catholic, be Catholic. You want to wear a scarf, not wear a scarf, get a VAX, don't get a VAX, whatever. You have the free right, the choice. But there again, divide and conquer. And a lot of this is about creating a divide. I really don't want to bring up scripture in the Bible again, because that would be 2 times in one night, but I've got to now. Actually, no, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. Just because I said I don't really want to. I don't want people to think that I'm turning it into a religious channel. No, I'm gonna. So, there's a scripture. I went back and forth a little. I apologize. To people that don't want to hear it, I apologize. There's a scripture in Revelations where it talks about mothers against daughters, fathers against sons, brothers against brothers, husbands against wives. And we're starting to see that now with all the divide. Because, in warfare, it is divide and conquer. And, some people will say the Bible is about good and evil. And it's a form of warfare. And dividing is a way of winning. You're weakening the forces. Whether it's dividing up a team, dividing up a household, dividing up a country. Think about it. The people that want to see us fall are watching us fight each other over foolish things, really. We don't work together like we used to, so it's kind of interesting to see how that's all going to play out. Tsquare Talk, we only import 15% of our food just to have year-round supply of things. And yes, I understand that. But we don't, the way the study broke it down, and maybe I'll get another study or I'll talk with you separate, and if you can show me a study that backs that, is if all of a sudden the U.S. was totally on its own, we would not have enough food. We don't grow enough food to actually feed everybody in the country year round. We have to get food from other countries. I know we send a lot of food out when it comes to corn, but we can only use so much corn unless you're going to have a diet of nothing but corn or nothing but potatoes. Wasn't ruled under Sharia law, I'd support them. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. And that falls under the divide and conquer. Let's see here. I'm not seeing any comments but mine. We're seeing your comments, buddy. We're seeing everything. And you can see right here. So it's got to be you that you've got your comments, because right now I'm showing you what I'm seeing and what everybody else is seeing. Granted, in this big square right here, this is what you guys see me. And off to the side, these are the comments that everybody's seeing. So I'm seeing everybody's comments come through, and they're seeing yours too. You're just for some reason not seeing theirs. Either you blocked them on accident, or you've got your comments shut off, or something, because we're seeing everything. What? 40% junk? I knew Michael would say that when he seen it. I love 40%. Yeah, I wouldn't get 40%, Aiden said. Aiden, buddy, you of all people should want 40% more than anybody. Reason being, you're a young stacker. You don't have a lot of money to throw at it. So the fact that you can buy silver under spot price slightly Granted, it's pretty much spot price, under spot price very slightly, as opposed to 20% over spot. You buy 1 ounce at $23.50, and all of a sudden you got to pay $27. That's a good markup, So you get a lot more silver, in my opinion, if you're cutting out. Well, you're getting 20% more silver for your money because you're not paying that 20% premium. That's going to give someone 20% more if things get ugly. So something to think about on that note. Now, not everybody can get 40%ers at spot or under spot. I have one connection that he takes really good care of me. It's not a hot item at his coin shop. He usually ends up sending it out and just junks it, sells it out as junk silver. But that's why I like it. I like getting 20% more for my money. Let's see here. 40% junk is not lightweight. It is heavy for very little value. See, value, though, that's something I need to figure a way to get my point across to you, Michael. I really would love to do that. When silver junk 40%ers, when spot price is $4 and you can buy it at $3.95, let's say it goes down. I mean, you don't really have the premiums there that you're losing. Whereas, look right now, Eagles are a popular coin. You paid 7 over, 8 over, and now they're paying, 6 over? You're still losing a couple dollars. And then on top of that, with the silver price falling for the time being, you're losing money on the premiums and you're losing money on the spot price. Now, it's easy to say, and I would say this if I was in your shoes. I would say, well, I'm not selling right now, so I'm not losing anything. And that is 100% correct. Until you go to sell, you didn't lose anything. You're holding. I've held stuff literally up to 10 years before I got rid of it, whether it was property, whatever the case may be. I will not sell anything at a loss. I'm not going to lose my money. I will hold it indefinitely. My Peacock coin, I refuse to get rid of it because I'm not taking that loss. I'll either run it to the ground and it will be worthless, or it will eventually regain its value. Let's see. Yes, Adam, but 40% is 60% not silver. That's true, but you're not paying for that not silver. You're getting that not silver portion for free. So you're getting 60% of not silver for free. In fact, you're getting paid to take it because you're getting it 5% under spot. If you have a deal like that with someone. It's awesome. There's a bear that climbs up on my back deck. Wow. That would be incredible. I would love to see that. I'd be wanting to feed him every day. And then I would get braver and braver and try to get closer and closer. And then I'd probably get eaten. I've been around since February last year. A year and a half. Had great times on this channel. I remember when it was just me and Jonas arguing over T-Coin. I remember the T-Coin days. We need to do a nice giveaway on T-Coin. We haven't done one in a while. I might have to pull something out for fun. Give something cool away. Let's see, where I live literally looks like the Congo jungle. Nice. I haven't been buying a lot of silver recently. I've been buying plates for my jacket. I don't blame you. I can understand that, but I know you showed some pictures at one point of the plates that you put in your jacket. That's got to get heavy though, carrying those plates around. I still see nothing but mine. I have internet in 2 weeks. Nice. I didn't vote for anyone, especially. Actually, I just decided I couldn't choose, so I went with not voting. Texas Democrats returned to Texas, and now the election law gets fixed. 38 days, and they accomplish nothing. Everything Uncle Joe touches turns to poo. Let's see here. Why are we letting someone like Biden run the country? He got voted in. I hate to say that, or however, I've got to go with that. There's unfortunately the law states that he won. We tried fighting it, we tried arguing it, and there was a time for that. At this point, now we've just got to live with the results. It is what it is. I'm not going to cry over that at this point. He's running the country, unless the legal system pulls him out somehow. And maybe they will at some point. He sounded fine at first, but now he's just playing stupid. Yeah. When you're running for an election, everybody sounds great. Nobody sounds bad until they're in. Let's see here. Yep, the Democrats are jumping ship, turn the lights on, and they run like roaches. Yep. Yeah, everybody's trying to point the blame right now. This was their mistake, and they're trying to point the fingers. Some of them just want to stay out. I know they're trying to recall. They've got a California recall going on in I don't know how many days. I don't know if it's like a month away. I'm curious to see how that's going to go. Let's see. Yeah, Adam said he didn't vote. Preach it, Brother T. Yeah, I try not to get too much into it because some people are anti-religious, and I respect that. But I personally do view the Bible personally as kind of a way to live. If you follow what it says as best you can, then you tend to live a healthier, better life. Let's see. I did not come to bring peace, but a sword. That is how that verse starts. Wow. I'll have to pull that out. Let's see here. We got Bull Tide in the house, checking his points, scrolling down. Aunt Orta, how's it going tonight? Stopping in, hadn't seen you in a while. Take a quick minute, hit that thumbs up button. It's been a while, bro. Yeah, it has been a while, so definitely thank you so much for stopping in, letting us know you're okay and everything's going well for you. I actually didn't vote. Scrolling through. Aiden saying I'm not getting any 40s. I think when it comes to, if it comes down to a barter, where we've got to barter for stuff, 40s are going to be your best case, in my personal opinion. But if you've got a lot of money to spend, well, then go with 90s. Go with 999. Go with gold. I think the U.S. is food independent. We would eat stored grain and eggs, meat in the winter. That's good to know. I still believe certain areas would have a rough time. Maybe out there in Ohio, they might not have as hard of a time. But out here in a big city like Dallas, Houston, Corpus, I'm not convinced that. I'm convinced we would have a hard time. Look what happened during the pandemic when stores couldn't keep stuff in stock. I'm sure out there in Ohio, you guys pretty much had what you needed to make enough to make do. Here in the cities, we didn't have what we needed. People literally just had to make do. I left, came back that week. That will work. Let's see here. Yes, sir. Stay away from 40s. Michael can't stand 40s. It doesn't matter if the country is food independent. It matters if you are food independent. Um, it helps to have places around you. I don't know if you have to be fully food independent. I think you need to have deals in place or items that other people will want. If someone's got ammo for security and they don't have food, I'm convinced that somebody will trade them what they need. So maybe if you're not food, but it does certainly help to have a stockpile of stuff on hand, enough to get by if times got really tough. I would recommend 90% dimes for investing for beginners. 90% are good. Definitely, there's a lot of tradability there. Might be a little too cheap if nothing happens. And what I mean by that is I've actually traded 40%ers because they have value. I mean, they run, $3.75 melt value right now. Granted, that price fluctuates. A melt value on a dime, $1.50 maybe. I'm not sure exactly. Someone will have to correct me. I haven't looked it up in a while. Let's see here. Yes, sir. I'm buying. I'm a buyer. Nothing at less at a loss, except for Peacock when it goes to zero. I'm convinced at some point all cryptos will go to zero. 60% clad for free. There you go. It's a good way to look at it. People say nothing's free. No, 60% clad's for free. Just kidding. Let's see here. Scrolling through. I got some people doing some heists. Scrolling through. Checking their points. Tsquare talks. The plates are only £4 each. Except it was like $800. Oh, damn. I didn't realize they were that high. That's expensive. $800 for a body plate. I don't know. Buy everything. Probably some Western. Let's see here. Blackheart Islands. Scrolling through. Come on, Streamlabs. Michael C. Yes, we have lots of farms in the Midwest. Also lots of water in the lakes and rivers. As the west and southeast dry up, the Midwest will be good. That's a good way of looking at it. The only thing that worries me, what do you think about the Yellowstone situation? A lot of people, when you look at possible threats, so one of the things I like to do as a kind of a little bit of a hobby is look and see why people prep. Why do you prepare? What are you preparing for? I know a common answer is an agenda, and I can't say that number. I don't want to say that number just in case. However, some people prep for that. Some people prep for the collapse of the dollar. Different people prep for different reasons. Yellowstone eruption is one of the things that have a fairly high prep percentage rate. So who knows if that will be something that will come. But if that comes, you're in a tough spot, though, in the Midwest. If I settled down anywhere in the U.S., I would want to be in either, I'd actually probably say New England. I would say New England. New Hampshire, Vermont, Maine, somewhere up out of the way, away from the big cities, and that type of stuff. That would be a good place. Hello, mate, from lockdown, Sydney, and back at work. What is up, Peter? I hope you're having a great night. How's it going tonight? Good to see you. We haven't seen Peter in a little while. Nope. I don't think so, Adam. So, let's see here. I don't call it prepping. It's just being responsible human being with what's your heart screwed on right, with your head screwed on right. No, it's not. Peter's been a subscriber for a long time. Let's see here. Yes, definitely. Welcome, Sydney. It's good to have someone from Australia. So, with that being said, I think we're going to start wrapping up. Had a lot of people stop in tonight. It was good to see everybody. Please, if you haven't hit that thumbs up button yet, hit that thumbs up button. And with that being said, I was kind of keeping up with the comments. Yeah, I think being prepared is just a good thing. I mean, some people laugh at me. I don't buy, one of the things I don't buy, I live on the coast of Texas, and I don't buy hurricane insurance. I believe the price for hurricane insurance has over exceeded the potential risk. And I've had some people say, so you prep for a collapse of the dollar, but you don't prep for a hurricane? There's different levels of prepping, and each person has to kind of put their own spin on what they think the odds are of something happening. Since I've been here, I've only seen 2 hurricanes hit Corpus Christi since I've lived here 20 years now. And those 2 hurricanes, one of them was just heavy rain. No damage on my property. The second one, I did lose some shingles and a fence. I was told after I would have barely met the deductible, so it wasn't even, it benefited me to not be paying for it at the time. Now, like I said, everybody's going to have their own case on that. I would hate to give someone advice one way and then be wrong and then lose their house. So it is a hit or miss thing. I can only know my personal situation. I've benefited by not buying it. But like I said, it only takes that one time to kind of skew that whole average, so the old squad was, I think, me, Tsquare, Lord, Jimmy, RDG, and a couple others that came in a bit later. Yep. Yeah, we've had and there was even actually an even older squad when I first got started. I remember when I had 100 subscribers, and some of the people, I don't see a lot of them anymore. A lot of them have just moved on to different things. Some of them have their own channels now. Been around since 19, yeah. Chris, you've been here a few years. Yep. I actually started in 2017, I think, is when I started. Might have even been, it was the very beginning. It was like January 7th of 2017 when I started. It was crazy. We had Ravenhawk, Silver Wolverine. Silver Wolverine was here way back. Really, all you got to do is look at my early. If you type in Tsquare Talk giveaway, you'll find some of my oldest videos, because there was I did a big free silver giveaway, and for every comment you put on one of my videos, you got an entry. And I literally had, and in fact, Chris, I think you were on there, because I vaguely remember having a full sheet of paper with your name. There was over 100 videos. I had exactly 100 videos up on YouTube. And every comment you put on one of my videos, you got an entry. That was so much work. I spent like night after night after night looking at every video and every comment on the video. And there was some people that just went to every one of my videos, opened it, wrote a comment, closed it. Opened, wrote a comment, closed it. But back then, that actually counted as one play. So it actually gave you a view for that. So that was kind of funny how that used to be. Now, They don't do it like that. Now it's done by subscribers, and it's done by watch minutes. How many watch minutes you have is OG Tsquare. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a long time. And who knows? I still don't know where the channel's going to go, but I'll probably keep doing it, and I don't see myself stopping. I love YouTube, so I love the people that I've met. And I make it a point to try to meet a lot of you guys. If I ever go anywhere, I already have in mind who lives out that way. And that way I can like meet up with them at McDonald's, meet up with them at Chinese food, just go out to eat with them, pop in, something. So let's see. Lincoln DMZ. Saw Brenda. Oh, that's right. Yep, Brenda. Howdy. Let's see. These are some names I forgot. Yep. Maximus, yep. Maximus is I haven't seen him in a while, but he's got his own channel now too. So, with that being said, we're gonna wrap up. We are at 1 hour and 16 minutes, so we're gonna wrap up. I thank everybody for watching. I will definitely see you guys again on Tuesday night. Who knows? Maybe I'll pop in. You never know when I'm popping in with that. Just posting a video. So with that being said, we are going to start wrapping up the show. Let me know if you ever come to Virginia, T. I will definitely let you know. Virginia would be a really cool place to visit. Only because I love history, like Gettysburg, that type of stuff. I don't really believe in the whole paranormal thing. So I've always wanted to go to Virginia and like stay there, camp out on like, I don't know, Gettysburg, something like that, and just camp out. I've never seen anything to make me believe, but I hear there's places out that way that may make you a believer. Let's see. It was a great time on the streams. Let's see. Take care of T again, having me. Thank you, Jimmy, for stopping in. Always great to have you. Come out to my place. Awesome. Yeah, I would definitely do that. We'll do a video together. With that being said, I'm going to wrap up. John, you have a great night. Jimmy, you have a great night. Adam Stacks, you have a great night. Bulltide, you have a great night. Peter, you have a great night. Michael C., you have a great night. Aiden, you have a great night. Aunt Orta, you have a great night. Chris B., you have a great night. Jimmy, you have a great night. Who else am I seeing on right now? If I missed your name, it's because I'm not showing you active. You haven't commented in a little bit, so you got to make a comment so I know if you want to shout out. I almost got arrested for sleeping at Gettysburg one time. No way! I mean, I'm convinced you could probably sleep on the outskirts of it. So here in Texas, near where I'm at, we have this fort. You're not allowed to stay in the fort overnight or on the property of the fort. However, right across the street from the fort are people's houses. And they're not like high-end houses. They're just kind of, you know, average houses that need work. Kind of, I won't say run down, but it's an old neighborhood around the fort. The fort's been there for 150 years or so, 100 and something years. And literally, I've always wanted to camp out on one of those people's lawns. And I'm the type that would not hesitate asking someone, how you doing? My name's so-and-so. Is there any way I can just camp out on your front lawn? I know it sounds weird. Me and my son, we like history. We just want to stay out here for a night. A lot of times people are cool and they'll be like, okay, you know, they won't mind. I don't know, Chris, what would you say if you didn't know me and I knocked on your door? You'd probably find it weird. Hey, can I camp out at your house? I guess that does sound weird when you think about it, but maybe it's just because I'm such a people person that I've asked weird things. I've stopped at people's houses and just said, "Hey, can I get a cup of water?" Like I was riding my bike when I was younger, and I was on like it had to be like a 15-mile bike ride to the next town, and I stopped at some random person's house and just said, "Hey, can I get a glass of water?" I know it sounds weird, but I've done a lot of weird things in my life. Scott, great to have you, buddy. Thank you definitely for stopping in, hitting that thumbs up button. I appreciate that, Scott. Giving the wave. We're wrapping up right now, but let's see. Big truck, Froggy Night, found a big grave. Wow, grave parking lot was a national park. Oh, the parking lot was actually the national park. I want to say I remember you telling me that story actually over the phone, that you had stayed in your truck or something. I do vaguely remember. So with that being said, thank you all for watching, and thank you for stopping in, Jimmy. Wow, I was about ready to read all the names again. I guess the only one I didn't read was Scott, so because he got in a little late. Let's see. Look up Hollywood Cemetery. I will have to look that up. It's insane. I'm gonna look it up after. I'll take a look it up online, see if I can find anything on it. With that being said, you guys have a great one, and thanks for watching, everybody. Take care. Have a great